And News Channel 3 continues our investigation of a war between the Church of Scientology and a group of protesters. Tonight, a look at the church's confidential security protections. It's a story you'll only see right here on News Channel 3.
Now, from the desert's news leader, KESQ News Channel 3 HD at 11.
Hello, I'm John White.
And I'm Tamara DeMonte. All this month, News Channel 3 has investigated the war between the Church of Scientology and a group of activists known as Anonymous.
In our last investigative segment, a former church manager shared his claims of physical abuse and terrible working conditions inside the church's headquarters in Hemet. Tonight, News Channel 3's Nathan Baca reports on the church's confidential security protections.
What is life like inside Hemet's IntBase headquarters for the hundreds of Scientologists who live and work here? Former members out in the open and members who are still inside the church but whose identities we are keeping confidential tell News Channel 3 these inside details. Up until the late 90s, every member inside got 5 cards. There's a pay card, a birthing or housing card, a chow card, a social card, and a bonus card. If the production statistics for a worker or their team go down, then management can take 1 or 2 cards away. If somebody lost their chow card, they'd have to make do on rice and beans. If somebody lost their birthing card, they'd be kicked out of their apartment. And if somebody lost their pay card, that meant that they got no money. The card system was dropped some years back, but the system of privileges and punishments remain. Workers typically get $50 a week in cash on Fridays. To keep up with management production goals, some work up to 100 hours a week. Confidential IntBase sources say internet usage is severely restricted, and all letters written inside are read first by the church's Office of Special Affairs. Documents obtained by News Channel 3 state the Office of Special Affairs regularly works with private investigators. Workers produce e-meters used by the church, promotional videos, and books. Since the workers are given room and board, they are told they do not get paid minimum wage because they are religious workers. Some are members of the Elite C organization. These administrative and intelligence workers sign contracts lasting 1 billion years. When it comes to security, these spiked fences called Ultra Barrier are no secret. Confidential Scientology security sources tell us that these were put in place after equipment thefts more than 20 years ago. And now it's no secret there's a camouflage observation post in the hills above. Our cameras spotted it. But when it comes to weapons, this place is loaded. Scientology security sources confidentially tell News Channel 3 that as of a few years ago, this place had 8 12-gauge shotguns, 6 .45 caliber handguns with hollow point bullets, and 1 bolt-action .308 caliber scoped sniper rifle. And as far as all the cameras, they went up after multiple drive-by shootings 15 years ago. The Sheriff's Department began to appreciate the cameras on the roadway. Every time there was a chase or suspected criminal driving on Gilman Springs Road, the church handed over their video when asked to police and began a close relationship. There is actually a 3-way war going on here. There is a group of protesters that regularly gather outside these gates. There is a group of Scientologists who left this place, but who still believe in their religion away from the reach of church administration. And those who remain here do so because they believe they are saving the world. But the question that some are now asking is at what cost? Nathan Baca, News Channel 3 HD, Hemet.
And tomorrow night, only on News Channel 3 at 11, another former Scientologist speaks out about her years inside the church, where she held against her will in a Scientology labor camp for 3 years. Her startling account coming up tomorrow night on News Channel 3 at 11.